In this video, I'm going to show you how to import and transcribe an audio or a video file. So the first thing we do is we click on this tab right here, which opens up the importer. And we're going to import from an audio video. And in this case, I'm going to import from a YouTube video, okay? I do not want to use this share button down here. This is a share link. I don't want to use that share link. I want to use the actual URL, okay? So I'm going to grab that URL. Now I'm going to come over here. I'm going to put the URL right here. And now I'm going to hit next, okay? Rather than uploading it from a disk, in this case, I just simply took it from a URL over in YouTube. Now this tells me how many minutes I have left, tells me if I haven't bought any extra minutes for the month, and if I bought any extra minutes, they will roll over to the next month, okay, if they're left over. This is going to tell me my estimated time to transcribe is about 2 minutes. The length of the video is 3 minutes and 6 seconds. So we start the transcription. Once that's loaded in the transcriber, you're going to see this status change right here. So it's status in, and it has this flag right here. If I click on that flag, it will tell me what my status is, and it tells me that the transcription is now ready. So I can move from here to the next step, okay? The very next step I want to do, I got a whole bunch of stuff here that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. So what I'm going to do is change the name of this, and this is it's a WAV file versus an MP3. So I'm going to change the name to that so it's a lot easier for me to keep track of. If I have just the transcription, the YouTube channel right there, it's going to be confusing to me later on. One of the ways you can tell, though, that that's an original is it says it will always have this status mark right here, okay? And anytime you have a question, you can just click on this rename a draft. If it's a rename, it will happen under the transcription tool. If you click on that draft button and it's a draft, then this pops up and it shows a draft, okay? So let's go in and take a look at this from inside of the transcription editor. Now this is what we have inside the transcription editor. Notice that it identifies the speaker for various pauses throughout the document or throughout the audio, and so I don't necessarily need that, so I'm going to get rid of that, and then I'm going to hit this globe button right here, which means it'll change it globally. All right, so now you notice that those are gone throughout the document. The next thing, I'm just going to walk you through the tools here. I can play the video, and by playing the video, it will start at the beginning. Those that have been recorded for podcasts are typically recorded as WAV files. And you'll notice that it is following along there, so it's easy for me to keep track of. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to show you how to use this editing tool. All right, I can right click with my I can left click with my mouse anywhere. I can left click with my mouse, and it will bring up this menu right here. Okay, and if I want to highlight a portion of this and identify that as being important, then what will happen is, see how it's marked that section of text, it will move that to the beginning of my document, and I'll show you that when we get finished. But that's one of the things that you can do. It will take this sentence right here that I've saved, and it will put it at the beginning of my document, timestamped. That's where that is located inside of inside the text document. Okay. The next thing is that I can start. The next thing is that I can start from just about any spot in my document, right there like that. Right here I have two. And I can stop it there. The other thing that I can do is I can timestamp this. So I can mark this. I can put the timestamp there. And notice the difference in the color. This is highlighted blue. This is highlighted yellow. All right. The next thing that I can do here, if, for example, if I discover and as I'm going through my document, I notice that the transcriber is not capitalizing words that I need to have capitalized. Now, notice here, I'm going to have some things that are going to have to be edited out. like so. Doesn't need to be there, but we can put that and fix that. Extra space in there. Now, if I have something in my document that I want to have capitalized throughout the document, I can stop right here. Do you want to capitalize all instances of this word? No, I just want to capitalize that one. And notice how I just capitalized that one. All right. If I wanted to capitalize every instance of the word tool, for example, if that happened to be, if conversion tool was a product name, and I'd want to have it capitalized, then I could do this and say yes. And every place that the word tool appears, it will capitalize that word tool. All right. It's important to remember that. That can be very helpful to you, particularly when you have an authoritative type content here that needs to have proper identification in capitalization and so on. So keep that tool in mind. The next thing is, let's bring everything down to here. And so I'll just pull email, have it go right here. Stop that. Once in a while, I'm going to find a section of text, and there's going to be something in that section of text, and I'm going to say, I don't understand that. And I need to listen to it so I can figure out what it was that I was trying to say when I said that. So I can highlight this text like this and hit this loop button, and it will play that loop. Right here, you can sign up for an account, but you can click right here. You will get bombed with ads on the page. And you'll notice what's going to happen here when it gets to the end of that sentence. File right there, and it just downloaded it for me. Okay, file is ready. Start over again so that I get a chance to hear it until I can figure out what I was trying to communicate in that sentence. All right. The next thing I can do is if I need to insert, if I need to come right over here and insert, let's go ahead and play this to the end of that sentence. If I want to, right here, that's how you do that. And come over here and insert. I want to insert this screen capture image right here. The way I do that, I've got my cursor marked right here. It's inside of that text that's played, so I know that the screen capture is going to be what I want to have placed there. I just hit that button right there, and it will bring that screen capture right here. Okay, so I can come down again. Now notice this has identified a WAV file as a WAV, W-A-V-E, not a W-A-V file, okay? And I need to make that converted to an MP3. So you'll see little things as you go that the transcriber may have a little bit difficulty picking up. But those are some very simple tools that you can use inside of the transcriber that can be helpful to you, okay? Two things to keep in mind at this point. Now, I've gone through this document. I've added a couple of things to it. Let's get back up here. And I'm going to throw in here, I'm going to go right here. I'm going to throw in right here, throw a screen capture image in right there, all right? And that's not the one I want, so let's delete that. Let's go back over here. Let's go back over here, and we're going to play it from right there. File right here is 23.3. We'll stop it. Put that right there. And now I can insert that screen cap in here, that's the screen capture that belongs there, not the one that I'd had before. Okay. And again, remember, I've got this little tool. I can capitalize that as we go. All right. Okay, now let me show you something that you're going to want to do as you go. If I save this, it will save a transcription of my edits. All right. If I hit next without saving it, if I hit next, it will simply take me into the editor. I want to save my edits so that if I have to come back and do something different, if I come back and go, man, I missed that file over here, I want to make that different. I missed that screen capture right here. So I can do that if I save my edits. And the way you save your edits is you hit that save tool right there. And when you do that, notice that it says that we have saved the audio draft, okay? Now, because I saved the audio draft, let me go back over here to the drafts. and I'm going to hit refresh. And now I have that project saved right here. And when I open it up this time, it's going to open it up in the transcription tool. But this time you'll notice that it has my edits already saved in it. Okay? So make sure that you take a moment and save your edits here before you go to next. Okay? The other thing that you can do is when you go to next, and I'd highly recommend that you do this. The other thing that you can do is I just randomly pick a template here, I click on next, and I save that as a draft. Okay, and there's that highlight that I told you a while ago. I've got that screen, I've got this highlighted area right here. That was important. I've highlighted this section right here. Inside of the editor. So this was the highlighted section. This was the time-stamped section right here. Okay, the timestamp was moved here. The highlighted section was highlighted right here. Okay, and then I can edit it here. I've got the capabilities of being able to do what I normally do in the draft editor right here. All right. So I can make this look like I want it to look inside of the draft editor, just like I would under any other normal circumstances. All right. The other thing that I can save this and I can import from here. Okay. The other thing is I can give this a name. Click on next, and now it's going to take that transcription right into here. All right, that's the steps that you use in the transcription editor.